Hi, I'm Miss Jenny with Miss Jenny's Cleaning. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Today, I'm going to talk about cleaning Shark filters, Shark vacuum cleaner filters. And I have several, and every single one of them has a different filter. So, unfortunately, you can't intermix them. But one of the filters I have looks like this, and it has this little felt thing they just set underneath. That's one of them. You can see this one's dirty. I have another one that looks kind of like a bell, and there again is this little felt piece that sets down underneath. This helps with the HEPA filter, this felt piece. They all have the same kind of components, but every one of them is shaped differently. And then this is the one that I'm using the most right now, so you can see it's the grungiest. And this one kind of sits down in this little cylinder type place. This goes down in the bottom, and it has these little tabs on the bottom that to help you get it in and out without damaging the felt. So one of the things that I do, well, the first thing that I do is I try to pick off hair. Sometimes I take them outside and kind of smack them up against a rock or something because they get a lot of dust build up on them. But this one slides down over this piece here, and then this whole thing sits down into the bottom of that cylinder, and that's the filter. So first thing you do is slide this off, and I'm going to get it wet. You know, see, I'm just running water. You can use warm water. It doesn't really matter what the temperature is. You want to squeeze it and try to get as much of the dirt out as I can. Look how dirty it's getting. It's really dirty. Now, you know, if you're a homeowner, you don't need to do this as frequently as I do, but I need to do this like every week, at least once a week, you know, because I'm cleaning you know, 2 houses a day at least. So, here it is. I've gotten it pretty wet. I run it down inside here, and on the inside. And a lot of the dirt's already come out, but I'm going to use a little dish detergent. Turn that off. A little dish detergent, because, you know, soap is how we remove dirt. And I'm just kind of dripping some all around it, and then I'm just going to kind of squeeze it to get the soap to go all through the foam, and so that it'll lift out the dirt. These things never ever get as pretty as they were, you know, that beautiful white color when they're new. But you can see the foam is kind of gray, and just squeezing it to kind of press the soap all through and lift out the dust and things that have accumulated in there. It's interesting. Just squeeze it up through there. On this side. Okay. So once you've done all that, got some pieces here that are collecting. That off. You want to rinse it off. Now, it's really important that you rinse this very, very well. Okay. When you leave soap residue behind on surfaces or in fabrics and sponges and things like that you're using to clean, it will attract more dirt. Well, in this case, it's going to gum up. What's going to happen, the air's not going to go through it properly. So I want to make sure that I've gotten all the soap out of this. Okay. Now, once you're done, I just squeeze. I've seen people wringing these things out too. I don't like to do that because I'm afraid it's going to tear the foam, and finding replacements can be difficult sometimes. I mean, I'm sure that there's a vacuum cleaner place around here. So it's just something I don't want to have to deal with. So I try not to be too rough, but you can see I did squeeze it really hard. Squeeze it, you know, as hard as I can to get the water out, but I'm not going to wring it because I'm afraid that the foam will tear. Okay, so now we're going to set the foam aside. That has to be completely dry before you put it back in the vacuum cleaner. And this, you can wash this too. So I'm just going to get it wet. This piece doesn't usually get as dirty as the sponge. Add a little bit of soap. See how dark it is? Mine have been used, and you can see there is dirt in it. You can see the gray, so mine are never going to be pristine white again. I've used them so much that they're kind of stained, especially like right here where the bottom of this thing goes. Yeah, it's really stained there. But I do wash them, try to keep them as clean as possible, you know, so that I'm not taking other people's house smells and whatever from house to house. Just wring that out, and that has to dry. And then I just want to give this a quick rinse. This part isn't too bad. Make sure that this gasket's clean. And here, I have an idea. You ever use a toothbrush to clean? This is not something you stick in your mouth, but I just want to use it to kind of get into those little cracks there. I actually do use a toothbrush a lot to get into places where my finger doesn't fit or little crevices. So it's not bad over there. I'm going to let that dry too. So that's how easy it is to clean up your shark filter, and you want to do that every so often so that, sorry about the wiggling, my tripod is not holding, okay. You want to do that periodically. What happens is if you get an accumulation of dust in the filters, you're going to burn out your motor. Your motor's going to try to continue to do the amount of suction that it's supposed to do, and the air's not going to flow through as well. So your vacuum cleaner's not going to function properly. And the Sharks, I think, are a moderately priced vacuum cleaner. They're not the most expensive, but they're not cheap either. So you want to take care of them, and they're awesome vacuum cleaner. I love mine. As you can see, I've got several. I got different models, but I stick with the brand. I do believe that it's a brand that is reliable and does a great job. So again, thank you for watching. I'm Miss Jenny. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the like button if you like this video. Thanks again. Have a great day.